clown car that I rented. I want to head on up the little pathway here. I don't know how far I gotta walk. Wow, it's so pretty out here. Got the trees that have been burned down in the years past. And look at this out here. Beautiful meadows with purple flowers coming back. Everything comes back so beautiful. I'm just getting started down this trail. It's kind of strange because there was a lot of cars back there where I parked at, and I haven't seen one single person yet, unless they're all just up here at the waterfalls chilling and hanging out. I mean, I would think that I would have seen one person coming or another person going, and I haven't seen anybody. It's eerily quiet out here. Look at this out here. These are some beautiful trees. These look just like the Christmas trees, the type that you would buy. And got 1, 2, 3, 4 of them right here all together with nice little ferns on the ground. And this is all just natural stuff that just comes back out here in the woods naturally. I don't want to be too quiet because I don't want to sneak up on a bear. The only thing I keep thinking of out here is a black bear coming chasing me, because this is their habitat for sure. And I'm not from Montana, and I ain't got no pistol. All I got is a little pocket knife, and that bear's got 8 of them on his front 2 feet. All right, I just seen my first people. 2 people were coming out. I asked them about how much further. They said probably about 2.5 miles. I hope they got a good feel on directions or how far a mile is, because 2.5 miles is a good long ways. Good thing about it is the trail's pretty flat and straight. I did read online that before you get there, it does get pretty steep at the end. It's 3:22 Montana time right now, and we've done probably walked, I don't know, half a mile, maybe 3/4 of a mile. Probably ain't even quite halfway there yet. It's 3:46, almost 4 o'clock. So the problem is, by the time we get there, it gets dark around 8 o'clock. By the time we get there and then turn around, splash some water on our face at the waterfall, it's gonna be time to turn around and go back. This is something you probably want to do like at 7 o'clock in the morning or 10 o'clock in the morning. Hike up this way. Breathing heavy now. Then came up the hill, just down getting started, really. Wow. Look at that. That's the way I came from. It was amazing how all these trees are burned, but the big massive ones somehow still stayed alive. This one right here is one right there. This one here survived the last forest fire. And that thing's pretty massive too. Wow. Look at all these beautiful flowers. The air is so fresh out here. Whew. Starting to break a sweat. You can see I'm on the edge of the mountain right here. And it goes down from the way we came over here. It's still thundering off in the distance. At this point, a good heavy solid cold rain. Although when it rained a minute ago, it's pretty heavy. How y'all doing?
Hi. Come on, Noah. Come on, Noah. Get back, come on.
Some more people leaving. That man sounded like a lady. But he was with his wife. Oh my God. Almost to the top of the hill here. Well, kind of. Looks like I got to still wind on around and over the top of this meadow up here. Wow. Even though all the trees are dead and burnt, it's still a pretty sight. There's one of the trees here that has burnt down in the past that remain to be alive out of all these trees. Mainly because it's just so massive. I mean, this thing is, I can't even just put my arm around it right here. And if I was to wrap both my arms around it, it would probably reach about halfway. So I would say that's almost like a 12-foot circumference tree right there. 12 foot around that tree. And you can see it's out here by itself, all alive. That was the one I was talking about a minute ago. It's over there. And there's only a few, like I think I counted, but there's like 12 trees in that area right there that's still alive. The rest of them are all dead. All the way down through here, dead. That one right there, still alive. That one right there, still alive. There's 1, 2, there's 4 or 5 of them right here out of all of these that are still alive. Here come some more people. There's a big cliff, big stone cliff mountain, cliff face over here. We should be getting pretty close to the end of it here. I see a pond down here, a lake. Is that a lake? Looks like a lake over here, maybe. Yeah, that is a lake. Here's that lake. Man, that's so pretty out here. Just in the middle of nowhere, the lake pops up. I have a feeling where that cliff is going to be at, where the waterfall is. It's going to go around to the other side of that lake, and then we should be over there by that mountain face. I don't know if you can see it or not, but that's a pretty straight up. And I have a feeling that waterfall, well, it could come between this canyon over here. I'm just speculating because I've never been here before. So it could come up here through this here little canyon, right out this way. I don't know. I got to get some pictures of the lake over here. This here is taken on the DSLR. Trying to see the difference between this camera here and the little Osmo Action 3 camera that I got. It is fixing to thunderstorm. I think we're going to get caught in it. I keep mentioning it about 5 or 6 different times. Here's the lake back here behind me. We came around through the top of this mountain back here. And then over here behind me is this beautiful lake. So tranquil back here. I just don't, the flowers out here, oh my God, it's like just beautiful. Purple flowers everywhere. Look at this. Of course, the trees are all dead. But after this fire, it's been probably 1 or 2 years since they had a fire out here and burned all these trees up. There's just abundance of life out here. There's blueberries. There's red berries out here. There's just everything. And not in this spot right here, but just probably 500 feet behind me back here is just hundreds and hundreds of brand new pine trees bursting up out of the ground. So it's a whole new forest out here just growing right now. I mean, right here, there's 2 pine trees right there. One here and another one right here. And there's just brand new growth coming out here everywhere. Everywhere you can look out here is just brand new growth. Guess I need to pick up this pace here a little bit, or I'm not going to make it. I can hear the waterfall now. I think this here goes over here to the lake. It does. Wow, look at that. Wow. And I can see the waterfall right over there. Boy, look at this view. I mean, wow. That is a sheer cliff mountain over there. And it's just reflecting, this water right here is just like a mirror. It is so pretty. And I'm going to try to zoom it in. But that's the waterfall. That little white speck right there is where the water's coming through over the mountain. It's getting late, so I need to keep on going. This is pretty steep downhill right here. This is a pretty good little downhill grade right here. Only bad thing about these is what goes down, you got to come up. Wow. Finally, I'm here, and you're seeing it for the first time with me. Wow. What a waterfall. I literally think I'm going to get caught in the rain. I see some sun over here. I see a sun trying to pop out, but at the same time, right over in this area right here, it has been doing some major thundering. This is a very nice spot right here. I gotta take one more quick look. Been here for maybe 45 minutes. I really hate to leave here, but it's getting late. It's going to get dark. I don't want to be walking back through these woods in the dark for sure. And if I don't hurry up and get out of here, I'm going to get caught in the rain. Yeah, come on, we got to go. That water was so cold. I put my feet in it almost the whole time, and they're numb. Wow. Hear that crackling? That's some heavy thunder coming. Heavy rain. I felt a drop on top of my head. Well, it's starting to sprinkle. We stayed there at the the waterfall for about an hour, maybe not even an hour, probably 40 minutes. It's been thundering. Thundering is catching up. It's starting to rain now. I think we're gonna get caught in it. I had this phone in my pocket, or this camera in my pocket. I thought I turned it off. Thought I made the end of a recording and turned it off, which happens pretty regularly with this thing. Wow, it's fixing to rain pretty hard here now. And this rain is cold. It ain't no little warm rain. The temperature out here right now is probably like 70. I don't think it's going to rain much. I mean, the sun's shining over here on this side, but at the same time, it's pretty sunny over here and dark over here and very dark back behind us. I just don't know which way it's moving. I think it's going to be okay. Just enough to get my head good and wet, and my shoulders and the backpack damp, but not enough to really wet me and soak me. So my pants is just barely wet. You can see down here, I mean, got a little wet on the pants, but nothing crazy. Most of it was on my head, but now it's cooled off even more than it was, almost to the point that where I'm almost got chills. Here's that lake we came in on. So pretty out here, peaceful. And like I said, the name of this town, I didn't even think of the name of this town where we were just in, but it ain't Spokane. Why do I keep wanting to say Spokane? Far western side of Montana. There I go again with the brain fart. Spokane just keeps wanting to come out, but if I was trying to think of Spokane, I wouldn't be able to think of it to save my life. You remember the name of this town that we in, where the truck is? What's the name of it? Where my truck is at? Missoula. That's the name of the town. I can't believe I can never remember that. Well, this is one thing that I wanted to get done one day, that I always wanted to do, was stop in Missoula, go hiking up into the mountains. So now this is off my bucket list. I guess this was one of the things that you ever had a bucket list of things to do. This would have been one of them. The other thing to do is go canoeing in a lake or rafting down the, or not even really rafting down the river, but maybe canoe down the river. They got a lot of smoke. Oh, look at this chipmunk. He just ran off. Here's what I was talking about earlier, about the forest recovering itself. And it's just full of these pine trees, hundreds and hundreds of them, all the way down this meadow. And there's a little chipmunk. He just ran right over there. I can hear some more of them too. So I guess I got distracted by the chipmunk. Some other things I would like to do is to rent a cabin and spend 2 or 3 days in one location and not just rush through things the way I always do. Being a truck driver, you find yourself where you just can't slow down. You just want to, because you're always under a timeline. You know, you got to get them 10 hours in, 9, 10, 11 hours in of driving every day. So when I'm driving, I'm on these routes and I see a beautiful spot that I can pull over. You know, 10 minutes, 15 minutes is tops that I can stay in one of these areas. And so even today, walking down this trail, we didn't even start till like 3:30. It was a 2-mile hike to where we went into the waterfall. And now it's a 2-mile back. So even trying to do this, I didn't get to spend the time at the waterfall that I wanted. I would have liked to spend at least about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours there. And I didn't get to spend hardly any time there. Mainly because the rain was coming. I didn't know how bad it was going to rain. And it's late in the afternoon. Last thing I want to do, I mean, there was a bunch of cars when we got up here and parked. There was like 15 cars. And they've all gone. And the only ones left at the waterfall was us. So we were the last ones to get there and the last ones to leave. There was a family just ahead of us. We may even catch them because they were backpacking his, like a 2-year-old out of here on his backpack. So we may end up catching them. They left like maybe 10 or 15 minutes before we did. I see cars. I see our car. Ours is the only one over there too. And that other family.